Dude, I gotta sell my iPod because the new one's coming out next month.
Oh man, my parents won't let me get that new game, Death Monkey 4. They say it's too violent or it's too much sex or something like that. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait to play at Josh's house because his parents don't care.
So, what do you think of file sharing? Like, is that even legal?
You mean like music and videos? I do it all the time. Everyone does it.
Hey, do you remember when you were a kid? My mom and dad said the most important thing for them was hanging out with friends. It's the same thing for us, but thanks to modern technology, we have other ways to do it. Plus, we can find answers to things way faster. Like the other night, my brother and I were wondering how tall the Eiffel Tower is. So, we Googled it. Bada bing, we got our answer, just like that. Oh, it's 984 feet, BT dubs. Technology changes so fast. Take this phone, for example. I only got it a few months ago, and already there's a newer, sweeter version of it. And what about software updates? Every week, something needs to be updated. Even my networking site changes format every few months or so. Just when you think you've got it figured out, boom, you gotta relearn a whole new thing. I like to call it tech anxiety. I totally think my folks suffer from it. Tell him, Mr. Attorney General.
The best way to safeguard your child is to stay engaged with them and educate yourself about the technology they want to use. Ask your child to show you what they can do online. Find out how it works. For advice and tips, talk to other parents and computer-savvy friends or relatives. Keep an eye out for advances in technology that might help you keep your family safer online. Have your child pledge to follow your family's rules no matter whose computer they're using. And don't hesitate to ask the owners of those computers what they are doing to keep kids safer online. That goes for your community center, your neighbors, and your child's grandparents. Internet safety is an ongoing effort, in part because technology is constantly evolving. For example, today even phones and other handheld devices can be used to access the internet. And just a few years ago, almost no one had ever heard of social networking sites like MySpace and Facebook. No one anticipated how popular they would become. Now those sites, along with blogs and other interactive sites, are the main mode of online communication for millions of people, including many children. Unfortunately, it's easy to lie online about your age or other personal information, and young people sometimes give in to that temptation in order to get where they want to go. The things we do online can be like bad tattoos. They might seem like a good idea at the time, but they can haunt us for the rest of our lives. Once posted or sent into the cyber world, they are permanent and no longer private. That's why it's important for you to stay engaged with your children as you teach them to avoid risky behavior on the internet. Their safety is at stake.
I was in a chat room, chatting with the same people I always chat with, and one of the guys asked me to check an attachment for him using my virus checker on my computer, and I didn't think it'd be a problem. I should have asked my dad first. This guy sent me this program that went into my startup folder, and I couldn't remove it. Mom? My computer started screwing up, and turns out this program allowed him to get into my computer and control everything. He could see when I was online. He started to control my mouse and my keyboard. It was so freaky. Finally, I told my mom and dad. We were able to call our internet providers for help, and we finally deleted the program off the hard drive. My dad said we almost had to buy a whole new computer. It was so sketchy. Moral of the story, do not file share with people you don't know.
File sharing is good if you're working on a project together, but did you know that sharing copyrighted music, movies, and CDs is illegal? My mom's attorney friend told me that. Seems like everyone shares music. Okay, to wrap up, I wanted to tell you about a few helpful websites. There are tons out there to help keep you updated on the perpetually, big word, I know, changing technology. That's the cool thing about the web. You can find anything. NetSmarts411.org is an internet safety help desk. You type in a question and you get an answer from an expert. And NetSmarts.org gives parents suggestions and activities to help bring up internet safety with kids. They even break it down into age groups. NCDOJ.com, North Carolina's own Department of Justice, works with the SBI. which leads the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, a nationwide task force to educate parents, educators, and law enforcement. OnGuardOnline.gov offers tips for tweens and teens. iKeepSafe.org, a coalition of governors, law enforcement, industry leaders, and a bunch of other people working to keep the internet safe for kids. StaySafeOnline.org, another coalition to keep parents, guardians, and educators informed. GetNetWise.com. They call it a web-wide partnership to keep the internet safe. ChatDanger.com, a site all about potential danger with online games, chats, IMs, and stuff. ProtectEveryChild.org, founded by Mary Conyers. NetFamilyNews.org, Kid Tech News for parents. Cyberbully411.com, a resource for preventing and dealing with cyberbullies. Wow, that's not even all of the resources available. Here are a few popular social networks you should definitely check out. Xanga, one of the earlier blogging sites. Facebook, a very popular social network site for all ages. I've heard the fastest growing population is the granny generation. MySpace is much like Facebook, but it allows users to have creative control over their profile page by changing layout, background, posting music, and pictures. Twitter, a microblogging service through the web, and you can access it through most phones these days. I've heard a couple of churches are even trying it out. Crazy stuff, I know. But you get the idea. Technology changes fast. So if you haven't jumped in yet, you just gotta do it. For the safety of your kids, and maybe even some of my friends. Just do it.